Scandinavian Bob here, hi, I'm a real voice and person behind this video, and today we are going to take a look at 3 questions you need to ask yourself from day 1, the very first day you start your quitting porn journey. So let's jump right in. Question number 1. What are you going to replace your old habit with? And here I'm talking about long-term replacement. So let's say you spent 10 hours a week watching adult sites. Well, if you think you can just rip something away from your life that has been a powerful instant dopamine and self-soothing activity with just aimless browsing online, you are making it so much harder for you than it needs to be. No, you need to replace those 10 hours with something. Now, if you do something online with your computer that is meaningful and that you are doing with intent and not aimlessly, well, that's a bit better. But if you find something else to replace those 10 hours a week with something you do away from the screen, well, that's even better still. For example, if you're not doing any kind of physical exercise, now is the best time of your life to start doing that. Or if you always wanted to start playing a musical instrument, well, guess what? You cannot find a better time than right now to start doing that. Or find some other kind of new hobby that you've been thinking about. Now is the perfect time to start doing that. But whatever it is, as long as you find something you do away from the screen, you are going to be miles ahead of people who try to quit porn, but just keep spending the same amount of time online. And if you can't find anything, then heck, just start by taking walks and listening to podcasts while you are doing that. Walks are so easy to take, they take almost no effort, and imagine how much you can learn by listening to 10 hours of some educational podcast every single week. Plus, you get exercise while you do it. Question number 2. What are you going to do when cravings hit? Because believe me, they will come. So let's call this column instant replacement activities. And these are activities you do as soon as you feel you are in danger of a relapse in order to break that automatic relapsing mode. It can be things like shutting your computer down and doing push-ups. Or going to another room of your house and read 1 or 2 pages of a physical book. Or jumping into a cold shower. Or going for a short walk. Whatever it is, the idea here is not like long-term replacement activities to fill 10 hours a week, but to instantly put a crack in the trigger, craving, relapse cycle, so that you learn to break that cycle. Question number 3 that you need to ask yourself from the very first day of your reboot is, why do I want to quit watching porn? Listen, I'm going to be honest with you here. Quitting porn is not easy, especially not if you have developed addiction-related brain changes to it. Then you can't just half-ass it and go, oh, I think I might just quit and try this for fun. No, you need a strong reason. You need a strong why. Like, for example, to rewire your arousal center of the brain away from pixels on the screen towards real life people so that you can have a healthy sexual relationship with your girlfriend. Or to get rid of social anxiety so that you can actually approach a cute girl in order to build a relationship. Or to get a healthier dopamine system so that you get more energy, motivation and drive so you can pass the classes and get a degree in whatever you're studying. This list here can be made endlessly long, but don't make it that. Pick a few reasons that would get the most positive results in your life and then make those your primary why. Alright, so these 3 questions are questions you need to start thinking about from day 1 of your reboot. And I'm not gonna lie, question number 1 was something I did not do the best with back when I was quitting porn. I could have done a much better job at finding things to do outside of the internet world. And I'm sure that if I'd been better at that, I would have had far fewer relapses as well. And speaking of rebooting, if you haven't already, I highly recommend you grab my free 90-day no porn guide by using the link under the video. This is an easy to read PDF file, almost like in bullet point form. And the cool thing about this is that in addition to the tools and tips it shows you, it will also guide you through a timeline that you are likely to experience during the first few weeks after quitting. And you can get this for free by using the link below. And now that you know the 3 most important questions, you should know that they won't do you any good at all if you keep making these mistakes I talk about in this video here. So watch that one next so you can get a really good start to your reboot. This is Scandinavian Bob signing out for today. Consider subscribing for more. And as always, I wish you all the best in your journey to become the strongest version of yourself.